Hello, Barry. How are you doing today?
James, I am doing swimmingly well. I'm at home here, looking forward to this chat about joint ventures.
I love it.
Yeah,
Well, I'm looking forward to it too, Barry. This is our first live in-person event since COVID reared its ugly head. So it's super exciting to do real life networking again. It's going to be great to fist bump and make eye contact and have a laugh and just be connected with all of our fellow real estate investors. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
well, yeah. I mean, first live meeting, I'm definitely going to be there, and yeah, it's weird to be getting back to, but I am totally looking forward to it. So,
Well, here we are. And you know what? Just for everybody watching, of course, we're going to be very COVID safe. So don't worry. We're going to follow all the rules and make sure that we're being health and safety conscious. But at the end of the day, I think everybody's a little sick of Zoom and I'm very excited about seeing all of their comrades in real life. So couldn't be more thrilled. And I'm excited that you're going to be a part of it, Barry. And we're doing something super special for this upcoming Mogul Mastermind. We're doing a joint venture pitch up, which means that we've got 5 real estate investors from across the country who are going to be pitching real live joint venture deals. And then we've got a panel of experts, Barry included, who are going to be giving feedback, critique, advice on how the pitches went. And then of course, we're going to have a huge audience of investors from in Edmonton. We're going to be live in Vancouver, and there's probably going to be a few people tuning in as well. So you might actually see a deal happen depending on how well these pitches go, which is very exciting stuff. So Barry, the question I have for you is when you're observing a joint venture pitch, what are some of the things that you would look for? What's a tip that you can give to a pitcher on how to make the biggest impact in their 5 to 10 minute pitch?
okay, that's a that's as everybody says. That's a good question. That's a really interesting question, but it is a really interesting and valuable question. So, as I was thinking about this, James, I'm going, okay. Uh, so you're Barry, and you've done lots of joint ventures over the years, and you've been the money partner in those joint ventures from a perspective of a guy who knows a fair bit about real estate, both as a lawyer and as an investor. And so, from that perspective, what I really want to hear when I'm being pitched to, and I have been pitched to, and I have invested because people have pitched to me. What I really want to know and what I really want to see and feel is that the the working partner, the person pitching to me, really understands what they're talking about in a joint venture. I want to know that they understand what a joint venture is and the process. And if by chance maybe they're a little bit newer than that and they haven't done 10 of these and they can't say they've got all that experience. I want to know that they're dealing with that lack of personal experience and personal knowledge because they've got a great team behind them. So, I'd want to know that they've got someone like you or one of the other Mogul realtors helping them find the appropriate property, that they've got someone like me on the legal side, that they've really got the support that they need if they don't have all the knowledge and themselves to start with. So I want to know that they're really well informed on joint ventures in general, or that they've got folks lined up to help them. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it from the perspective of a guy who's been doing this a while and has joint venture experience and as an investor lawyer besides. So then I thought, well, but what if you're not that person, Barry? What if you're not Barry? What would you be looking for? And so I think if we move it on to the kind of the next level, which is just a person who's got maybe some money to invest and they want to dip their toe in the joint venture waters, and they don't really have very much experience, as many money partners don't have at the beginning when they're getting going. I think what I want to hear, if I'm that person, is that the working partner is going at the joint venturing from a really um, cautious, conservative point of view. I want to know that they're not, I want to know, James, that we're not going to have joint venture adventures with my hard-earned money.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for someone who I can tell and who's saying to me, listen, Barry, if I was doing this on my own, I might, be willing to take more risk for myself. But when I'm working with my money partners in joint ventures, I take a very cautious, conservative approach. And this is what that means. And then I want to hear them expand a little bit on what cautious and conservative means for them generally. And if they actually have a project they're pitching to me, I'd like to hear them say, and this is how that approach applies to my particular project. Here's why.
Makes perfect sense. Well, that's some very valuable information, and the kind of thing that you do want to put into a pitch. It's all about the knowledgeability and the comfort level. And if you're new, then surround yourself with a team that can help fill those knowledge gaps to give your partner that confidence. So, Barry, awesome tips. And I'm really looking forward to you asking some really intelligent questions to our pitchers and giving them some very usable feedback at the event. So September 15th, everybody, make sure you sign up. We'll see you live in Edmonton if you want to come say hi to Barry, and then live in Vancouver as well. Two locations, same event. It's going to be fantastic. And Barry, thanks again for being on our expert panel to give these people such intelligent feedback.
Thank you, James. Totally looking forward to the event. I'm going to be so tough on those guys. They better know they're going to get grilled.
That's good. Somebody's got to do it, and it's
Okay.
you're the right guy for the job. Thanks, Barry.
All right. Thanks, James.